Hey guys, I know I haven't done that many like roller coaster topic videos on this channel yet, but I did do a vlog at Dollywood and we did some off-ride footage at Dollywood. I was really excited to see the progress on the construction and completely surprised today because they said this wouldn't happen until the summer. Even when I was there this week, they said this wouldn't happen until the summer, but they have went ahead and announced, you can look on the website if you want, it's on like the front page of their website. They went ahead and announced what's coming for the 2019 expansion, which we thought we already knew from the schematics, but it looks like from this is completely different than what we thought from the schematics. The leaked schematics were fake, guys. The leaked schematics, nothing was leaked. It was fake. But the real news is out. You can check it out on their website if you want. But I'm gonna go ahead and go through real quick what we're getting for the 2019 expansion. So one small detail that they did get correct was that Dollywood is going to be getting a Vekoma family suspended coaster, but according to the leaked schematics, we thought that they would be getting one of the newer Vekoma suspended coaster models that are really smooth and have the lap bar type over the shoulders where they don't really have anything to bang your head on. And that was a little bit unfortunate because that means no hang and bang, but luckily, thanks Dollywood, we actually are getting the traditional type of Vekoma suspended coaster, the old one, with the giant, bulky, over-the-shoulder restraint things that you can beat your head back and forth, and they said they guarantee that we'll get beat up on this because it's going to be rough as heck. They're going to be running several tests to make sure that this coaster will be as rough as possible for opening, and you're going to have a headache and possibly a concussion every time you get off this thing. So I think that's going to be awesome. Way better than the newer model that we thought they'd be getting. Not only does Dollywood know how much we love getting our head beat up, they also know how insanely fun it is to sit in an empty room and do absolutely nothing, and that is what this new attraction is going to be. They're going to have an entire complex in this new section devoted to empty rooms. It's going to be a huge, like 5-story tall, I think is what they said, complex. It's going to be 10 rooms per story, 5 stories tall, total of 50 empty rooms, and you can go sit in these rooms and you can take as many people as you want, but the only rule is you have to be absolutely quiet. There's no talking allowed in these rooms, but there's plenty of rooms if you want to go and be absolutely quiet and do literally nothing other than just sit in a room. They're letting you do that. Oh, and it's also going to be an upcharge attraction. It's going to be $200 per person per 5 minutes that you want to spend in this luxury empty room doing absolutely nothing. And yes, what you see on the screen right now is exactly what these new rooms are going to look like. Everyone will be identical. I know personally I'll be there on opening day 2019 and I'm going to pay the $200. That's totally worth it to go sit in a room by myself for 5 minutes. So I'm really excited for this. Let me know if you guys are. So when we first saw those leaked schematics and we thought it was going to be a family-only section, some people were pretty upset about that. But luckily Dollywood has listened to us and they know that we want a big thrill coaster, and that's exactly what they're doing. Basically, you guys know very recently with Sensei Technologies, I probably butchered that pronunciation, but they recently acquired Vekoma, which is the company that made the suspended coaster for Dollywood, the nice beat your head up one. Oh, and there's Sensei also owns S&S. So using that little thing, Vekoma was able to get Dollywood a huge discount on their next thrill coaster, which is going to be an exact clone of Gale Force at Playland's Castaway Cove. And according to Dollywood park officials, this roller coaster is going to break the world record for the most downtime of any roller coaster in the South. Of course, that'll be taking that record away from Lightning Rod. Lightning Rod previously had the world record for the most downtime of any roller coaster in the South of the United States. This is going to take that record, so I'm really excited to be on yet another record-breaking coaster for most downtime. Oh, and ever since Country Fair was first added to Dollywood, or I don't even know, but for as long as I can remember, people have been mispronouncing Country Fair as County Fair. Coaster Studios, not bashing him because I love his channel, but dude, it's Country Fair, not County Fair. But anyhow, a lot of people, he's not the only one, a lot of people have been mispronouncing this name and saying County Fair instead of Country Fair, so Dollywood decided, hey, we'll just go ahead and clone Country Fair onto the other side of the park, and we'll call it County Fair. So now when people say County Fair, they're actually referring to something instead of referring to absolutely nothing that's at the park. So a lot of people may be disappointed that they're basically taking the same rides they already have and sticking them in another section of the park. But we saw how massive that land clearing is, so there's space to waste. So why not? And people technically won't be mispronouncing the name anymore. So all those attractions will pretty much fill up that entire area off in the corner, but they're not quite done with their 2019 improvements yet. One thing they do want to improve is the experience for people that want to get their head beat up and they want to get a concussion, but they don't necessarily want to ride a family coaster, like Thrill Seekers. So Mystery Mines always kind of offer that, but unfortunately it is possible to get a smooth ride on Mystery Mine, which kind of sucks. So Dollywood wants to make sure that can't happen anymore. So Mystery Mine's getting a full retrack for 2019, and most of the time when the coasters get retracked, it's usually to make it smoother, but here they're actually going to make it rougher, so that's really, really good. It's a unique take. They're basically going to make some new track, and they're going to wear it down as much as possible, where the train's really going to vibrate and give you the most head-banging, horribly painful experience you can possibly have on this coaster. So that's really good for people that want to get the painful coaster experience but don't really want to ride a family coaster. So now that's offered to them, and they've already started work on this a little bit, and that's why Mystery Mine's closed so much, and why they have the sign outside saying that it's subject to maintenance, because they got to start on this early because they want to have it done by opening day next year. So it's all really, really exciting stuff. Oh, and Lightning Rod's getting a name change. They're now going to call it Hot Rod, because that's basically what the ride is. It's Hot Rod, but they wanted to give it an original name, which is why they came up with the name Lightning Rod. But apparently all the GP are really, really confused by this name. Whenever anybody asks them to ride Lightning Rod, they're like, there's no way I'm going to ride a giant metal stick that attracts lightning in a storm. And people have to explain every time that it's a roller coaster, and there's too much confusion surrounding the name Lightning Rod. So they're changing the name to Hot Rod, so it's more appropriate. They should have never tried to give it an original name in the first place. They should have just named it Hot Rod. But this is what they get. They're having to change the name now, so that's interesting. Oh, and also the cinnamon bread shop, the grist mill, whatever the heck it's called. They're actually moving that, because obviously with the huge lines spilling all the way out into the midway, people just don't really want cinnamon bread anymore. So there's just no need to have a whole shop devoted to it. So they're moving it to a tiny little stand that's going to sit in the middle of the midway, like literally like right outside. There's going to be several locations right outside Lightning Rod, Wild Eagle, some other places like that. Just the busiest places in the park are where they're going to put these stands, so that the lines, instead of spilling out into the midway from the gristmill shop, they will be in the midway, blocking your access to all the popular attractions. And luckily enough for us, there's only going to be a very limited quantity of cinnamon bread sold. So luckily, if you're one of the first 5 people at the park, you'll get some. If not, well, too bad. April Fools! If you actually thought this was legitimate after all that, I actually, that's pretty funny, because, yeah. Anyhow, that was an interesting little April Fool's Day, put together very last minute. This is like the Switch's birthday, it really snuck up on me. So I wasn't exactly sure what to do, so I thought, I'll just do this. And, so yeah, there wasn't much time or effort that went into it, so the jokes aren't really that good. Hopefully next year's April Fool's joke, the jokes will be a little bit funnier, and I can have a funnier video with some more planning up, so you can look forward to that, I guess, or you could not. See you guys later, bye.